we try as much as possible to give the best experience for these clients. That first client gave me about 100 rooms for about 2 weeks. The more clients we bring in, the more money we make, and we are all here about money. My name is Abel Asingwiire, and I've been the sales manager for Hotel and Hotel Kampala Skies and Hotel and Hotel Kampala, that's in Kololo. And I've been working for this position for 4.5 years. And my role as a sales manager, I've been working basically looking at client retention. I've been looking at revenue growth for both properties. And I've also been looking at events and different hotel bookings. So I've been working closely with different clients, mostly tour operators. I've worked with events managers. I've worked with NGOs to make sure that we have the different bookings at the hotel. My today role begins in the morning when I meet my team. I have a team of about 6 sales executives where we sit and plan and see how the day is going to be. So usually when I have leads, I send them to these different leads to make sure they try to close the businesses. And if they have the different leads, I also work with them to make sure what best rates we can offer, and also try to look at what the client is looking for. Then in the mid-morning, I look at my emails, make sure that I've done all the quotations, make sure that all is at par as a sales manager, then work together with the different departments. That's the front office, banqueting, and events department, to make sure that all the clients are comfortable, who we have in-house, who we had booked in. In case we have any challenges, we try to tackle them during that mid-morning. In the evening, we go through the feedbacks from the clients that we had hosted to make sure that we don't repeat any errors. So that's my day-to-day. What pursued me to join hospitality as a sales manager? I had, since I was young, I've been dealing with different people. So I'm a people person. So that's what brought me into hospitality business. I love dealing with clients. I love dealing with challenges, different complaints, and trying to find solution to those different issues. So that's what motivated me to get into hospitality business, so that I'm able to work with different people. Some of the challenges we face in hospitality business is that we're dealing with different clients from different backgrounds. You find that some of these clients don't mind about our different ADRs. They don't mind how much we are looking at. They don't mind if we're making a profit or not. So some of these clients want you to completely discount for them to a percentage where you're not making a profit. Giving an example, like our ADR, we have what we look at as an average daily rate for each day from the front office perspective. I can give an example. If our rate is 150, someone wants you to sell to them a room at $80. So certain times haggling here and there, you find that it's a very big challenge to us. So some of the people want to compare us with small hotels. We're a 4-star hotel, so they want to compare us maybe to a 2-star hotel, a 1-star hotel, a restaurant in town. So they are looking at the same prices. So those are some of the challenges we are facing as a hotel. My first day as Simba Group wasn't easy because I was meeting people for the first time, and I was leaving a different company to a new company. So I was working, I didn't know people's backgrounds. So it wasn't that easy, but I managed to cope up. I was welcomed. I went through an orientation for about a week where I managed to learn the different people I'm going to work with. So with that, it helped me to work closely with the different departments. How we build client retention and client management is that we make sure that we work closely with these clients and make sure that these clients become like part of family, that we work with them so closely that we understand their birthdays, that we send out messages to them, thanking them for their business. Secondly, how we manage this client retention is that we make sure some of these clients on contracts, we sign contracts with these different clients to make sure we have that long-lasting relationship. We offer different discounts to these clients so that we are much better than any other hotel out there. And also we try as much as possible to give the best experience for these clients. So that's how we work closely with these different clients, and we make sure they are on a return business. Sales contributes a lot into hospitality because we are the face of the company. We are the first people who meet these clients. So what we give them is what they expect from us. So as being the face and the brand of the company, we make sure that the clients feel comfortable, and we make sure that the clients believe in our products. How we balance sales needs for both hotels, basically we look at what operations can offer. So we cannot sell what operations cannot deliver. So we make sure we sell what operations can deliver. Secondly, we focus on value, not volume. How basically I motivate my team, one of the things is I make sure I'm always there for them. In case they have any challenge, I'm always there to look into their challenges and make sure that I give them the answers to these challenges. Two, I make sure they have all the resources to be able to meet the different clients. For example, I make sure they have the fuel, they have the airtime to go out there and meet the different clients. Thirdly, I make sure that my team receives the best percentages of commission out there. So if someone brings in a big deal with big numbers, I make sure they get a healthy commission percentage. So those are some of the things that motivate my team to make sure they continue pushing day in, day out. This role has taught me to deal with different people. One of the things is that you have to be patient, you have to be calm, and you need to understand the different people you're working with, because you're working with people from different backgrounds. So you have to make sure you try to understand your team as much as possible. You need to understand what different challenges they have, or what they go through each and every day, so that when they get out there in the field, they are able to represent you to the best of their knowledge. So I make sure if someone is low, I try as much as possible to find out what exactly affects them. Even I get to an extent to know what happens with their families. So that's some of the things I look at. One of the challenging seasons I faced in hospitality is when I had a number of clients. It was a big group of clients, and basically they wanted a very big discount. So how I managed them is that what I did, it was more of an end of year party, and they were looking at a very discounted price. So what I did, we sat down with them and we went through the menu, and we made sure that we remove some of the things on the menu to be able to fit into their budget. So that's one of the things I did to navigate through. One of the memorable milestones I remember is that I just joined this role, and I got my first client, and that first client gave me about 100 rooms for about 2 weeks. So that motivated me and pushed me forward. The other milestone is that recently I also managed to fill the hotel in accommodation and conference-wise. So it also motivates me and keeps pushing me every day to make sure that I can do it again and again. So with such a milestone, as a salesperson and a sales manager, it keeps motivating us and pushing us, because the more clients we bring in, the more money we make, and we are all here about money. So it pushes us day in, day out to continue coming to work and to continue making sure we build those different relationships with different clients so that we have the big numbers coming into the hotel and continues making us proud. Some of the skills that are essential in sales, one of the skills is how one has to be able to have communication skills. This skill helps someone to talk to different clients because we're meeting different people. Negotiation skills also have to be in there because you have to be able to convince these clients to be able to buy your product. The other skill is you need to have the product knowledge, what you're selling. So you have to understand your product very well. For an example, we're into hospitality business. You have to understand your different rooms, the different categories. You have to understand the conference. You have to understand the different packages. So those are some of the few skills one has to have to be able to be in sales. Being part of Simba Group, it means a lot to me. It means I'm working with a big brand in Uganda. And also this helps me in career growth. It doesn't mean that I'm only working for one property. It means I'll grow in the different sectors. Lastly, also it means to me that I'm working with a very big team of different people with different experience. So it helps me to learn from different people from other companies that are under Simba Group. Looking back into my journey, what I would encourage people who want to join sales is that one of the things, you need to be patient and persistent. You don't need to give up easily. Certain times, certain months are low, other months are high. Certain weeks are low, certain weeks are high. So you have to continue pushing until you make sure you achieve your targets. You don't need to give up midway. I've faced different challenges, but I've been persistent and I've continued pushing to make sure that I can meet my different targets. Also, the other thing they need to look at, they need to know that we're working with different people with different mindsets. So certain times, clients will be harsh to you, but you have to still work with them. You don't need to give up at all. My last regards, I would like to thank the different managers, the ones I've been working with. Also, I would like to thank Mr. Patrick Butature for giving me the opportunity to work in his company and in believing in me. Also, I would like to thank Mr. Davis Mugabe, my general manager. He has always been on my side. In case of any challenge, I've been running to him and he has never let me down. Thank you all, and I wish you the best.